So there is a lot of hostility towards vegans and veganism. People get really pissed off when vegans try to tell them what to eat and how to live, and what they're doing is contributing to violence against animals, and also it's quite honestly killing our planet. It really, really pisses people off when you remind them of that. And the reason why is because every day, most human beings wake up with the intentions of doing good, and they don't want to hurt innocent, gentle, conscious beings that wanted to live and didn't want to die and didn't want to be abused. You don't want to think about the fact that that's what you're paying people to do for you in order for you to get your food. So it pisses you off because you want to believe that you're a good person. And you know what? You are a good person. You do good things. But you've disconnected something. You've lost compassion for certain species. You've lost your ability to recognize a great injustice that's happening 135 million times a day to animals all over the world. You have put on some kind of blinder that has made you convince yourself that these animals are not intelligent, that they don't know what's happening, and that at some point you've also convinced yourself that they're humanely slaughtered. And with the fact of just, why we deem some animals really special and amazing, we should protect them, and some animals, who gives a shit, who cares if they've lived a life of abuse and that they're going to be your next dinner. Fuck those animals. But I really, really want to help those dogs and cats in the shelter, and I'll donate to that, and I'm going to expose anybody who abuses animals. I'm going to have them arrested. And you're doing it as you're eating, your chicken sandwich. You have to think about what type of people work in a slaughterhouse. And do you think they're animal lovers? Do you think that they are doing this job because they love animals? Do you think that they're able to perform that all day, every day, without if they cared about the animals, they would lose their mind. They would be locked up in an insane asylum. So what they do is they have to create an environment where these animals have no awareness, have no soul, have no desire to live. And in order to do that, they beat them, they abuse them, they slam them against walls, they pee on them, they make videos and shove things up their asses, and they laugh. And sometimes they electrocute them just a little bit just to get a rise out of it. That's what they do. And I'm not just talking about shock videos, It's just common sense. You can't kill animals for a living and then claim to give a shit about them, because they don't. I spent a lot of my time recently watching humane slaughter videos. Some of the slaughter videos are made by the slaughterhouses, and I watch those. And the cows, the pigs, and the sheep knew exactly what was about to happen to them, and it was painful to watch. And this one guy in the video is like, look, I can't say that I'm necessarily proud of what I do. I'm not proud that I kill animals all day, but I am proud to say that the next part of it is I get to feed people. So that's you guys. That's what he's proud of. And then he goes on to say that if you have to make sure you cut them up just perfectly, because they're bad cut. He could lose $50 just cutting some of the meat wrong. Money. It's driven by money. Money that you're paying. And then I saw some expose videos of humane slaughterhouses. And then that's when I realized what the truth was. When they weren't willingly having camera crews come in. And it was traumatizing to watch. And I will be haunted by it. But that's what I do in order to have this passion and this drive to tell anybody I can and share with anybody that I can that if you're a good person and you want to help animals, that, you know, this is the first place you should really start is with your diet. Because I didn't see these images and I didn't research and I didn't read articles about it, then I would be doing what you guys are all doing. I would be still eating them. You know, and the thing is that cows and chickens and pigs are really intelligent. Cows make best friends. I just want to tell you a little bit about these animals that you're eating and that you're paying people to kill. I want to tell you a little bit about their personalities so that maybe you can realize how special they really are and you can't just deem them useless and that they're just meant for food. Cows form best friends with other cows. And I actually just watched this video of this guy playing jazz music for a field of cows. At this, he's at the fence, and all the cows, they like perk up and they're like listening and they see him and they all just start coming towards him. And you could see in their faces and their body language, they're like whipping their tails back and forth. And all of them came up to the fence and they were listening to him play this music live for them. They loved it. And dairy cows, in order for them to continue to produce milk, they're constantly artificially inseminated, which is rape. Then once their babies are born, in order for them to continually produce milk, they have to always be having baby calves. The baby calves are ripped away from them immediately. The dairy cows cry for their calves for days. They say that that's the most humane way to do it, to rip them away as soon as possible. The sooner the better. So the baby calf has never ever interacted with his mother. And then the baby cows that are male are not useful to the dairy industry, and so they are shipped away to slaughter. They are slaughtered usually by the age of 6 months. That was what they were born for. They were born to be killed for you to eat them. And pigs are really intelligent. They love to swim in water. They play ball. They create nests for themselves to sleep in at night to stay warm and cozy. And when they don't have a lot of interaction or stimulation, they become incredibly depressed, just like you. Chickens are really interesting, and some animal behavior specialists and experts say that they're possibly smarter than dogs and cats. They form this social hierarchy, which is called the pecking order. And within 100 chickens, they all know where their place is. They recognize each other, and they all follow this hierarchy. That's incredible. And they protect each other. Why would they do that? Why would they care? Why would they care to protect each other if they weren't completely aware of what was going on and they wanted to ensure their survival? And so this disconnection that we're making, it's not reality. You're not living in reality. I understand that we all want to be good people. And if you don't care about the animals, which I know that there's some people who don't care about any animals at all, do you care about the future of our planet? Because they're saying that a lot of scientists, I just read an article in National Geographic, they're expecting that at the rate that we are with climate change, the human contribution to climate change, I know that there's a natural cause behind that, but we are accelerating it. It is 100% man-made. The reason why we're accelerating it at such a fast pace is because of our consumption. And they're saying that the sixth extinction is going to happen in the next 100 to 200 years. The fifth extinction was the dinosaurs, and it's all because of us. We could survive a lot longer, thousands of years. And animal agriculture is one of the biggest contributors to climate change, ocean dead zones, deforestation of the rainforest, the drought. So if you don't care about the animals, do you care about the fact that we're looking at a sixth extinction if we continue at this rate? The window of opportunity to save it is closing. So I just am asking anybody who's watching this, who's continually eating animals, if you don't want to do it for the sake of the animals who are being tortured, abused, and killed, will you do it for your grandchildren who are going to live in a world where there are no more animals and then potentially no more human beings in the not so far future? Watch Cowspiracy, watch Earthlings.